I bought another ridiculous item at a thrift store, and if you haven't noticed it by now, well, you've noticed it by now, so. So I know I probably do way too many vlogs on weird clothing items I've purchased, but please just bear with me, at least this one more time. I need to talk about this on a spiritual, physical, emotional, and mental level. Honestly, it's crucial. So thank you for bearing with me. Also, thank you for bearing with me through another kind of rough, quick and dirty, difficult, rushed vlog, because I know they've been that way the last couple weeks, and I really apologize for that. I apologize again. It's Thanksgiving break right now, and I'm home, which is great. But family's here, which is also wonderful. I love seeing them. Of course, it's lovely. But it does minimize my editing slash vlogging time, so I do apologize for that. I promise it will be back to normal very soon. But for right now, it could be a little on the rough side, so thank you. Thanks for sticking with me through another clothing-related vlog as well. I don't know if anybody else likes them, but I love them, so yeah, that's all I have to say about that. As you'll see, I am in my room at home. Not my natural habitat at school, but my original natural habitat. My home room. I really feel that it's permanently imbued with the spirit of me. Some might say that's a bad thing. I say it's a good thing, so thanks for hopefully appreciating it. Anyway, I am home for Thanksgiving, as I said. It's been lovely. I love being home. And I got to visit one of the old local haunts the other day, one of my favorite thrift stores that I have to come every time I come home. I have to visit there. And I guess I found something that I just couldn't pass up. Predictably, it's this shirt I'm wearing currently, a lovely 1980s Nike number. I assume it's 1980s. If it's not, it certainly looks like it should be. So somebody messed up there. But I believe that it is. I really do. I feel that within the threads of the shirt. There's just a 1980s vibe coming from it. Anyway, the interesting thing is that even I thought this was too ridiculous to buy. Me, who's bought a not 1980s, but more recent Spider-Man children's robe. Somehow that was fine, but then 80s Nike apparel is crossing the line. That's going too far, I guess, for me. So I don't know how that works in my mind, but it does. Anyway, I did finally convince myself to purchase this, but the process was interesting. The whole process of, you know, taking it off the rack and bringing it into a fitting room and trying it on, and then eventually buying it, was sort of like this big elaborate joke on myself. I was joking with myself as if I wasn't serious about getting it, I guess to make myself comforted in the fact that I wasn't going to buy it. And then I bought it. So I don't know where things switched there. But the whole process was bizarre. I mean, I walked in, I saw the shirt, and then it kind of just went like this. This was me in the store. Oh my gosh, this is like so aggressively 1980s. Like there's so much 80s in this shirt. I gotta try it on. Just for novelty's sake, you know. I gotta just like throw it on, see what it looks like. I'm doing it. I'm taking it to a fitting room. You know, who cares? Sue me. You know, sue me. I'm doing it. All right, I'm in the fitting room. Just gonna pull it up. Oh, it's too tight. That's even better. It's like classic 1980s fit. Like I'm Sylvester Stallone from Rocky 2. I'm sure everybody gets that reference. This is just delightful. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I feel like a Hot Wheels car. This is incredible. What if I actually bought this? I actually got it and like paid money for it and then like wore it running or something. So funny. I mean, that's actually like a realistic use for it, kind of. But no, that'd be so funny. I'm joking. I'm just joshing, just kidding around. Look at me, I'm Marty McFly. You know? Sylvester Stallone. This is great. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna take it up to the cash register, just getting around. You know, they'll get it. They'll find it funny. Yeah, here I am, gonna buy this. Here you go. I'm at the cash register. There you go. Yep. Thank you, ma'am. Here's my credit card. Hey, look at that. Oh my gosh, if I actually got that. Oh, thanks. Okay, there's the receipt. Yeah. Throw it in the bag. Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks. See ya. Oh my gosh, I bought this. This was purchased by me. So I guess I own it now. I guess I own it now. Alright. So, anyway, so it was like a big elaborate charade with myself, or charade, as some people might say. Might be pronounced that way, I'm not sure. But it was actually real, and I actually purchased the shirt, and now I own it. So I guess the joke's on me, which is really something. Now, I guess the question is, am I actually going to wear it? I mean, yes, of course, I will find a use for this. I always do. If I was able to find a practical setting in which to wear a children's Spider-Man robe, I mean, I can do anything. I'm unstoppable. So this will find a use. But I've been thinking about what that use might be. I mean, there's no way that this can be contributing positively to my reputation, fashion-wise, you know? Whatever reputation I may have. I mean, at this point, I don't think that's much. There's probably not really a shred of dignity left in there. But, you know, it can't be helping that cause. So, I don't know exactly what possessed me to buy it. Part of it was the deceptive nature of thrift shopping. I mean, everything's so cheap, and anything feels like a great deal when you're thrift shopping. I mean, I could find a garlic press from 1973 in a thrift store and look at it and say, wow, I have no use for a garlic press. I've never used one in my life. I never planned to, but this is $3.99. I'm definitely getting this. I mean, I'll find a use for it. There's got to be something to press other than garlic that this would help me with, you know? I mean, $3.99, I'm surprised it hasn't been stolen off the shelf already. I'm taking this. I'm going for it. Woo! $3.99 garlic press. That's, what a day. Am I right? There's also the descriptive nature of thrift shopping. That's what I refer to it as, which is the fact that even if you don't wear something you get, the fact that you own it can be a big bragging point and kind of a reputation builder when you describe it. For example, I might go back to school. Somebody will say, how was your break? You know, did you do anything fun? I could say, I went thrift shopping. They'll be like, what did you get? I'll say, well, I got a purple and green striped 1980s Nike cycling / running / athletic shirt. And they'll say, wow, that's awesome. That's so funny. Do they want to see me in it? No, never. Of course not. That's absurd. But do they appreciate knowing that I have it? And does it boost my fashion-related reputation? Perhaps. Who knows? You know, who's to say? I think perhaps yes. So there is that kind of descriptive advantage there, if I may be so self-centered and arrogant and narcissistic, which apparently I am, sadly. And I honestly like owning these things. I mean, these are interesting to me. I like having something from the 80s. It's cool. I appreciate it. That's the main reason I went for it, I think. Just in my soul, it makes me happy to have this in my wardrobe and in my heart. But I can't say for sure what the kind of defining factor was that pushed me into buying this. I think it was just so aggressively 80s, you know? Just forcing itself upon me visually. It didn't let me ignore it, and I just had to go for it. So bless this shirt for being so glaring. It did its job, I think. Nike really designed this one well. I kind of locked eyes with it and just instantly became abundantly aware of my abysmal lack of authentic 1980s sportswear. And I realized that was a problem that needed to be corrected immediately, and so I did. And I got this. Hopefully I'll be able to find a use for it. I mean, I have to now. I have it. And I think it was clearly made for biking. I talked about running in it, and I can run in it, theoretically, if I don't want to, you know, if I'm not worried about embarrassing myself, which I never am, so I'll probably do it. But it has these little pockets in the back, these little, I don't know if you can see this, these little spandex sweethearts here, and that's definitely a cycling thing that I don't think a lot of runners use, but I thought maybe I could just stick a couple snacks back here, you know, keep them handy. Maybe a couple chocolate milks, like a little shot of chocolate milk. That'd be nice to have. So I don't think they're bad to have. I think they could be advantageous in my running exploits. Maybe I'm just talking myself into it, but I really think it could be useful. Or if I ever just need a splash of color in my outfit, you know, just throw this baby into the mix, boom. Color me. Color me awesome. That's not a phrase, but I made it up. And now it is. So I think this will work, you know, throw this on over a Hawaiian shirt, instant California style that I just invented. I think it'll get me some points. I think it'll get me some looks, get some people talking, hopefully positively. But you know, it's really just about making me happy. And it does. So I'm glad I got it. And I guess that's the lesson here. Sometimes you might make a rather rash decision, you know, perhaps a frivolous, spur-of-the-moment choice. But when you do that, don't waste time dwelling on it negatively or dwelling on the potential bad consequences of your decision. Try and see the positives. Do your best to make the most of it, no matter what it is, and make it worthwhile. I mean, that can be a whole lot of fun. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes the quick, rash, spur-of-the-moment decisions are the best ones. And in this case, to be determined, really. I don't know how this'll treat me, but I have good vibes. I have good hopes, and I think that's the important thing. Hope. keep things positive, you know? Was this foolish? Maybe. Could it be a treasured part of my wardrobe for years to come? Perhaps. I'll find out. Hopefully, yes. So, let's see. Gotta look at the... Oh, actually, it's getting a little late. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to go pick up my leg warmers and get to my jazzercise class. It starts in less than an hour. If you're late to that, forget about it. I mean, they'll make you dance in front of the whole class, do jazzercise, lead the group. I'm not ready for that. I mean, I don't have experience, so I don't want to be that guy, you know? But the leg warmers are important, so I gotta get there. Anyway, thank you for bearing with me through all of this, the clothing and the weird discussions of fashion as I see it, which I think is a valid view, but you may not agree with. And thanks for bearing with me through the whole setting change and the crazy Thanksgiving schedule that limits my editing time. I apologize for that, and I promise I will get back to normal with my vlogs very soon, when I have a little more time. So thank you for sticking with me through all this. Bless you, bless the 1980s, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thanks so much. I'll catch you later.